Hey everybody, my name is Jeremiah Craig and I like to find used cowboy boots to see some of the features that might be different or just the qualities that you might find when you're looking for used cowboy boots. And I found a Abilene boot in a narrow width. This is a 12B. I've never found an Abilene in a B width, so I'm really excited to get into the details of this Abilene boot. Let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time through, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really like taking a look at used cowboy boots to show you what is possible to find on these secondhand marketplaces. I also really like taking a look at new cowboy boots too, but a lot of you guys come through my DMs or my email and ask me what are the best cheap boots. And I always say that the best cheap boots, those being under $100, are those that you can find secondhand. Used cowboy boots, shopgoodwill.com, eBay, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, or in literal thrift stores or consignment stores. You're gonna find some really good boots there for a cheaper price than you would find those same boots or similar boots new. And sometimes you'll even find things that you can't really find in stores, like this Abilene boot. This is a made in the USA Abilene, and Abilene is still making boots pretty much the same quality and features that this is, but this is a narrow width. This is a B width. And there's several different kinds of widths, and I actually did a video about a really rare width, being the quadruple A, which is super narrow. You can check that out above, featuring another pair of boots that I found on shopgoodwill.com if you want to understand a little bit more about width. But I've never found a B width Abilene boot for men. Now, a lot of companies will use B widths as their women's width sizes, but it's a popular men's size too, or at least it used to be before the year 2000. So this one was probably made in the early 2000s, if not before that, because I haven't seen a B width Abilene ever. This is my first time, and I'm really excited to break down the details of this boot. So let's get straight into the rundown. This is Abilene model number 6650, and it features a beautiful bovine leather for the foot counter and the shaft. It's a nice durable leather that probably took a little bit of time to break in. I did clean these and condition them inside and out, and if you want to know more about how you can do that too when you buy used cowboy boots, I have links to those videos in the description. This Abilene boot also features a medium round toe, one of my favorites ever. Pretty scuffed up here too on this particular used boot. It also comes in at about 12 inches tall. It also has about a 1.5 inch composite heel, which on the right boot here is cracked in 3 different places, which I've never seen before. So composite heels are pretty much plastic or maybe some other material. This one is a plastic composite heel, which Abilene is still using to this day. And I've never seen a crack like this in 3 different places. I didn't see that in the pictures on shopgoodwill.com, although their pictures always suck. So it's always a gamble, but $10, I mean, it's still fun to come away with some boots that might be a little bit beat up, and then there's other ones which you'll see in the future, and I've found in the past that I've spent $10 on and they've been awesome, just ridiculously underpriced. This boot also has a rubber outsole, which is held on with a Goodyear welt, so it can be resoled once this rubber outsole gets a hole in it. On the inside, we're leather lined, which looks like pigskin lining on the shaft and around the foot. Some of the newer ones have cloth lining, but they're still producing them with leather lining today. And for an insole, it's a non-removable foam insole, which is, again, pretty standard for the Abilene brand. This is made in the USA and would retail new for around $150 to $200. But like I said, I got them for around $20 with shipping and handling from shopgoodwill.com. Now it's time to try this boot on to see how it looks and feels. All right, I got the Abilenes on right now and they feel incredible. They might not look like much with them being a work boot and that toe being scuffed and maybe having little cracks here and there, but they're a B width and I absolutely love the fit. Guys, I measure out to be a 12B. on the Brannock device, which is a device that you can find at boot stores that you can measure your foot with. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of B widths out there anymore. All the big brands have stopped really making them. They're only releasing men's sizes in D's and double E's, and that's because it's just cheaper to produce less widths. So hopefully, as the interest in cowboy boots grow, they reinstate the B widths and even the wide widths, like the triple to quadruple E's. Kind of like Nakona used to do pre-2000, where they did everything from quadruple A to quadruple E. So there are so many of you out there who are a narrow width or a wide width, but just don't know it because brands don't produce the boots. I mean, I wore cowboy boots for 10 years not knowing that I was a B width, and I know there's others out there like me too. So every time I get to try a B width, I'm so pumped and I'm loving how these are feeling. All right, here's the POV. There's that medium round toe. Lots of scuffs and a few cracks on these boots, but it's not bad. They're gonna be work boots anyways, so I'm not really concerned about those scuffs. If it was an exotic boot or something that maybe I would wear a little bit more casually, then I might care that they were scuffed up, but these are just gonna be worn in bad weather or in working conditions anyways, and it will eventually get scuffed either way. All right, so these Abilene work boots weren't my best find ever on shopgoodwill.com, but they definitely weren't my worst either. I did find a pair of Squeaky Dan posts recently that you can check out above. It's just about the hunt, right? Sometimes you're gonna find boots that the pictures aren't really that great, but you might have a chance at them and they might be good. So you bid on them, and if you spend $20 and it doesn't end up working out, then all you did was spend $20 for a hobby. Sometimes they're better than what they look like in the pictures, and that's happened to me too, for the same price, and they're like ostrich boots. So it definitely works out both ways if you stay with it long enough. This one, though, not in the best shape. We do have a broken pull tab up here on the left boot, and the right boot is about to go as well. So it's nice to see what will happen to some of these boots with time. I would imagine that, yes, this will probably be an area where the newer Abilenes will be weak as well, and the composite heel is cracked in 3 places. I've always wanted to do a video about switching a composite heel to a leather stacked heel. So once this outsole runs through or the heel crumbles away to complete nothing with it being cracked, then I think I'll do a video about switching a composite heel with stacked leather, which is more traditional and a little bit more durable as well, depending on the circumstances where you use it. I mean, all of these heels, all of these features have their own pros and cons, and many times the pros are that it's cheaper. Abilene makes their boots in the USA, so they have to cut corners here and there in order to compete with brands like Area and Durango, who are making their boots in China. So you can consider Abilene a US-made budget boot brand, even when they're brand new. I really like them for that reason. There needs to be more US-made budget brand boots out there, and Abilene does a good job considering the price point where they put their boots. What do you guys think of these Abilene boots, model number 6650? They definitely have their weaknesses, being a used boot, but hey, that's what's gonna happen sometimes when you search for used boots online, especially through Shop Goodwill, whose pictures are always awful. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for coming through today and watching this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Abilene boots, be with fine. It sure ain't perfect, but I'll make it mine. For only $20, I'll put it to the grind. It's no boots left behind. Why don't you check out another 12B boot that I found from Shop Goodwill up here. It's a brand new pair of Nakona kangaroo boots. Or I got a music video down here. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Have a good one.